Meowdy, Perdners. Welcome back to Cat Mama Meows. Do drop in. Cat Mama Meows. Do drop in. So glad that you're here again, and I'm glad to be doing this again. I've been wanting to. And because y'all know I'm hard of seeing, I bought myself a little tool. Ooh, it's kind of bright. Let me turn it off. So, see this? Well, you can see my mushroom light. That's why I always look so pink. Because if you look up there, you can see that the overhead light is in a paper lantern. And it's the mushroom cap is red with white dots, and then the stem is white. Anyway, I got this cool little magnifying doohickey here that's lit. Here, you can turn it on. And hopefully that will make reading the cards for me, for you, easier and less cringy. Okay, so today I have our beloved friend Stacey Abrams hanging out with us. And let's get some of Stacey's good energy with us. Thank you, Stacey. And today I decided to do 3 piles of 3. And the cards I'm going to be using today are the Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle. I wonder if that reflection is from... Nope. Okay. And Beyond Lemuria Oracle Cards by Izzy Ivy. I've had readings or readers, well, readings and readers tell me before that I came from Lemuria, or I lived a life, or at least one life in Lemuria, that I'm Lemurian, which is awesome. Okay, and then we're going to use Money and the Law of Attraction cards by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And so for our piles, we have a Jade Flying Pig. So cute, right? And let me tell you just real quickly about Jade. Jade is said to stand for prosperity, well-being, harmony, and abundance. So the Jade Flying Pig is on pile 1. Rose Quartz, so there's a Rose Quartz Flying Pig. So cute. Rose Quartz represents new love, new romance, new relationships. It's just love in general, love of all types in general. And then we have something a little bit different. This is opalite. This flying pig is opalite. And what opalite is, it's man-made. That's true. It is opalized glass. So it's made with glass and I think some metals. And it's intended to look like opal. And it does have some qualities to it. And as I understand, opalite is emblematic of youthful optimism, playfulness, and resilience. Those are great qualities. Okay, so today, day of the Flying Pig, although every day in my life is Day of the Flying Pig. Okay, and I've decided to, now this is my 3rd reading for you. Oh, I've done one in January, one in February, and one in March. I really should aspire to do them more often because I really like doing this. I like being able to contribute something meaningful to other people's lives. So, and I love to be the recipient of it. So I know how it feels giving and receiving. I decided to keep a diary or a journal of the cards I use, the decks that I use, and the crystals that I use, or the symbols that I use, or the esteemed and honorable guests that are here. And it's funny, I have a little community station set up in front of my house. It started with a little free library. I'm sure some of you must know what that is. Mine's chartered, so it's official. It's on the maps. And somebody once left some journals, and there are different types, and some of them are a little bit beat up. So the really nice ones I am giving for gifts, the ones that are in really great condition. But the ones that have been around the block a little bit or have a page or so, this one has a couple pages missing. I decided, you know, they're not really gift level, you know, present level gifts. So I kept a couple for myself, and I knew I would use them. And this one says, explore courage. Oh, explore courage equals success, a simple heart, love often, dream out loud, seek happiness, live in the moment, accomplish, adventure into the unknown. So I thought, ooh, this one sounds like the right kind of journal for this adventure, this YouTube card, crystal, and cat adventure, and divining rods. Oh, my dear. Where are the divining rods? We're going to want those because I have to at least ask one question, one yes or no question at the end with the divining rods. And here they are. And I keep them protected with this beautiful piece of, oh my gosh, selenite. I love selenite so much. I do. Love selenite. My favorite, well, one's a stone and one isn't. But opals and pearls. Those are mine. But I tell you, selenite's right up there with it. And what I'm wearing is, if you might see it flashing there, this is, oh yeah, this is Labradorite, which I have also been told by readers in person that I wore a necklace just like this or very similar to this in Lemuria. So there's that Lemuria thing again. Okay, enough of me yucking. Alrighty, so what you can do is pick a pile, 1, 2, or 3, or you can pick 2 piles or 3 piles, or if none of this is resonating with you, just kick back and listen to the cards and see if something comes out for you somehow. No pressure, no biggie. And I'm going to try out my new tool to read the cards with today. Okay, so pile number 1, Jade Flying Pig. Pile number 2, Rose Quartz Flying Pig. Pile number 3, Opalite Flying Pig. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 2 or 3 or 0. Whichever you like, my little chicken pot pies. Talking to you like I talk to my cats. My darling little chicken pot pies. Okay, let's do it. We're going to start with pile number 1, the Jade Flying Pig. And we have from the Sacred Self-Care deck, Look for Fairies. And the number is 30. Look for fairies. Wow. Isn't that lovely? I think this is about looking for the magic in your life. Looking for the small, beautiful things. Paying attention to the magical, mysterious little things around you that are in your life. The things that are easily overlooked. Look for fairies. All right, and our next card is from Beyond Lemuria. Okay, and the number is 45, and it says Star Seed Elemental. Star Seed Elemental. This is lovely. That's beautiful blue being. And now I'm trying to think, because I just had a Star Seed workshop with Diane. It used to be Diane's Diane Aquarius tarot, but it's just Diane's tarot now. And I've been told before, in fact, in a reading with Diane, that I'm Pleiadian, and she was talking. Let's see, Octoran. I'm trying to remember which one of the ETs was this beautiful little bluish person. I mean, I think there's more than one, obviously, but in particular on. So I've heard different things. I've heard that not all of us are star seeds. I've heard that some of us are hybrids. And then I've heard that all of us are star seeds. Now, if I recall correctly, in the workshop with Diane recently, she said that, you know, in actuality, we are all star seeds because we came from elsewhere, you know, to populate this earth. So have a look into your starseed origins, your starseed ancestry. It's fascinating. It's very, I mean, I really resonated with Pleiadian. I know I'm gray now, but I was always blonde my whole life. And I just, you know, old age, I just went completely gray. But I was blonde my whole life. And I don't have blue eyes, but I have green eyes. But then when she talked about Arcturans, I really felt a lot of resonance there too. But I guess you can't be originally from two different places, but you could have lived different lives on different planets and have you know, memories of the cultures and as such. And so it's fascinating. And if you haven't done it yet, take time to look into your starseed history. And our third card of the Jade Flying Pig deck is I can transform my world. I can transform my world. And that's a really important thing to know. A lot of people don't understand. Oh, I dropped it on the floor, darn it. Don't understand how much power they actually have in their lives. For one, the only thing that you have complete and total control over is your attitude. That's the only thing. And I've been working on that for a really long time. And I had to exercise that skill that I'm working on today because I just got brand new neighbors. And I guess they started moving in yesterday, and so moving in all day, and then I guess they had a party last night. And it was so noisy. And I mean, we live in a duplex, so when they bounce on their floor, it bounces my floor. You know, the sound just reverberates through. You know, it's really like one house. You know, if you could just put a door in between our living rooms and, you know. Anyway, and then starting this morning and all day today. And I kept telling myself, there's only one way to do this. And that is to change my attitude about it. And my head saying, well, you know, we're noise sensitive and, you know, we need peace and we need quiet. And well, you know, that's true, but I can't change that. So I have to change the way I'm thinking about it. And so I started walking myself through every time I felt tense. And I did feel a lot of tension today. And every once in a while, like if there was a really big something going on, then I actually might even feel a spark of anger because it scared me or startled me or disrupted me. But each time I found myself being disturbed, I did better when I reminded myself that I don't have to buy into my knee-jerk reaction to the disturbance. You know, I could think about other things and redirect my attention to other things and just calm myself knowing, you know, nothing we can do about that scenario, and they have the right to live and, live their lives and be noisy and stuff. So we just have to be in control. The only thing that I have total control over, and that's my attitude. Okay, enough yammering for me. Now we're moving on to pile 2 with the rose quartz flying pig. And our first card from the Sacred Self-Care, says, number 29, journal. And of course, that's an excellent idea. I have been told so many times in my lifetime, you should be journaling. You should keep track of this stuff. And it's been in many different circumstances. Journaling to keep track of, writing for books, journaling for emotions, journaling, all kinds of stuff. And I think it actually really is a good idea for many, many reasons. Not the least of which is getting things from your head onto the written page. And there's been times I've gone through phases where I've journaled and then not. And so every once in a while I come across an old journal and I'll read some of it and I'll be like, wow, I was in a really different space at that time. Or, I'm so surprised I felt that way about such and such or whatever. And, some people keep dream journals, which is fascinating. I like to do that, but I usually, and I'm a big vivid dreamer. I'm exhausted in the morning after, my dreams at night. But some people do remember their dreams long enough to keep a dream journal, and that's pretty interesting as well. So, and you know what? You don't have to have a hardcover journal like the one that I've got. Anything to write on and anything to write with will do. Okay. Our next card is from Beyond Lemuria. The number is 42. And it says, reclaim your energy. Oh, wow. Man, there's so many of us that could benefit from doing that. Letting go of energy that is not yours. And taking back, reclaiming the energy that is yours. And being yourself with just your energies in you. That's not something we learn how to do. A lot of us. Something a lot of us have to work on. Okay, and from our money and abundance card is shortages of time or money are perceptual. Shortages of time or money are perceptual. If you're feeling a shortage of time or money, your best effort would be to focus upon better feeling thoughts and do more things that make you feel good. Your time is a perpetual thing, and even though the clock is ticking, the same for everyone, your alignment affects your perception as well as the results that you follow. Let's see here. As you observe the enormous differences in the effort that people apply and the results they achieve, you have to conclude that there is more to the equation of achieving than action alone. In other words, it's less about doing and more about getting in alignment with what you want, where you want to be. And that's another one of those things. It's not rocket science, but it's a lot of us don't learn, and it's a matter of training. Change your thoughts. It's two things. Newtonian, I say this so many times, you guys are probably sick of it. Newtonian physics and Newtonian mechanics. The physics part of it is for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And that doesn't mean opposite, like if you do good, bad happens. It means if let's say, I'm just going to make something up. You send out, 10 pounds of delightfulness. 10 pounds of delightfulness comes back to you. People get thrown off though, because it doesn't mean it's going to be immediate, and it doesn't mean it's going to look exactly like the way you sent it out. Let's say you paid for the person who got on the bus who didn't have any money. You paid for their fare. It doesn't mean the way it comes back to you is somebody else is going to pay your bus fare. It'll come back to you in an equivalent at whatever time the universe finds appropriate. Okay, and I knew there was something else I was going to say. Oh, Newtonian mechanics. That's momentum. So if our thoughts are like a ball at the top of a hill and they move forward, so you've had a thought, and as you're thinking it takes on momentum as it's going downhill, and not downhill in a bad sense, just from up to down. It takes on more momentum as it spins going down. So it's easier to stop those thoughts, if they're negative thoughts, at the top than it is to try to stop them halfway down. And then at some point there's often a point of no return where it's just going to go and you got to let it, run out. But if you can make a pattern, I work on this all the time, of thinking, well, if you have a negative thought, to change that, like, oh my gosh, I just thought this really petty thing about this person. I can change my thought, think, puppies, kitties, anything that's good and positive, to change the energy, to change the momentum. It takes practice. All right, pile number 3 with the opalite flying pig. We have, from our Sacred Self-Care deck, number 51, Sync with the Moon. Oh, this is gorgeous. Sync with the Moon. Isn't it about the full moon? It's the worm moon, I think. Well, I looked tonight on my way home and it looked pretty full, but I'm not sure if it's quite full yet. But here's a good time to sync with the moon. Have a look at her, spend some time with her. Set your crystals out there, whichever ones that need moonlight, set them out there. Okay, now we have our Beyond Lemuria card, number 16, Loving Compassion. Oh, that is so beautiful. Loving compassion. And you know what? Loving compassion goes both ways. That's you feeling loving compassion for others and allowing others to feel loving compassion for you. There's a lot of us who have a hard time receiving, whether it's receiving financial help or house cleaning help or love, kindness. But it's important. It's important. There has to be give and take. There needs to be balance. And loving compassion, wow. How we treat each other and how we treat ourselves. We would serve ourselves better if we talk to ourselves the way we talk to those we love. I've been working on that too. I love my kitties so much. And I always say things to them like, oh, you have such a cute round belly. And now I'm telling myself, oh, you have such a cute round belly. Why not? Why not? If it's cute on them, it's cute on me. Soft and warm, cuddly. I'm not wrong. Okay, and our third card in our third pile is our Money and the Law of Attraction card. Oh. Interesting. It's card number 50. And it says, welcome to planet Earth. You are here to seek joy. And that fits very nicely into the more happiness you feel, the more joy you feel, the more you put momentum on those feelings, the more you enable the things you want to come to you. You know, the law of attraction, right? Okay, and this says, if we were talking to you on your first day here, remember you starseeds, we would say, welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. And your work here, your lifetime career, is to seek joy. As you think thoughts that feel good to you, you will be in harmony with who you really are. And in doing so, you will utilize your profound freedom. Seek joy first, and all of the growth that you could ever imagine will come joyously and abundantly unto you. Oh, I don't need this. My tool. Oh, it helps so much. Yay. Hope it wasn't too bothersome for you, the light and all. It's amazing how pink this looks. It's just the top of that mushroom lantern. And it's not the only light in here. Anyway, see, I threw myself off. I wanted to talk more about, I decided a long time ago to write children's books and to write the kinds of books that not only would I love, but some of them to be specifically having the kind of information I could have used when I was young. And so the first one published, and it's in English, French, and Spanish, is On the Wings of a Pig. And it's a picture book, full color pictures, but the meaning is for every age. I've had older folks. I'll just give you an example. Not older folks, I'm saying that I'm 55 and a half. I don't know what older folks are. People older than me. Sorry. Anyway, I was doing this book reading at Barnes & Noble's, and they have a kids section and a little stage, and I was up there reading my book to the kids because they have like scheduled activities during the daytime. And a grandmother, self-identified, that's what she called herself. She said, I brought my grandson here today to come to your book reading. And she said, your book made me cry. She said, I'm buying a copy for him and I'm buying a copy for myself, and I'm going to keep it close to my heart for the rest of my life. And of course, I got so leaky-eyed. And she said, I needed to hear this so much, and I needed to hear this a long time ago. And I'm like, oh, yes. Oh, gosh, that's so good. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And so in a nutshell, it teaches the law of attraction without calling it that, So we're not putting a name on it. We're just explaining how the mechanics and the physics works, but in a very layman's kind of way. And it also is a book about body positivity. So I'm really fluffy right now. This is the fluffiest I've ever been, and I was fluffy as a kid. There were some years of my life where I wasn't fluffy, but I've kind of come full circle again. But, there was no body positivity to speak of for me as a fluffy kid. So, it's a good book for kids and for adults for those reasons, for for the law of attraction and also for body positivity. And I'm going to stop yammering on here. Thank you so much for coming to, there it is, Cat Mama Meows, do drop in. And take care, have fun. I aspire to do more than one reading a month. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. It takes some encouragement on my part to do this. So I'm working on it. I'm getting there. All right. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. Oh, and I forgot the almighty. This is for entertainment purposes only. Only entertainment. We're just reading cards and talking about crystals and talking about cats and esteemed guests. Say bye, Stacy. All right. Hasta la bye-bye, everyone. Take care.